In this training, I've asked myself a lot of questions around what I can deliver that's going to give you the most impact and most results for 2021. 2020 was a year that is questionable, to say the least, for many, many people. So in this training, I've taken a lot of time to go within and really find the greatest resource, the greatest tools, the greatest strategies that I can give you right now to help you completely transform your life. Because there's no lack of information in the world right now. You can definitely get different information from different authors, different speakers, different influencers, different coaches on what you can do right now to be changing your life. So what I've done is taken the things that have helped me change my life the most and the things that I've seen create the most rapid and lasting transformation with my clients. My story, look, I could go into many of my different stories. To cut it short, over the last 10 years, I've been an entrepreneur of different kinds. I started out my entrepreneurial journey by door knocking. So I learned a lot about rejection, a lot about building a thick skin, a lot about resilience, a lot about doing whatever it takes to get the result that I want. However, that also meant a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of big risks, and a lot of failure. A lot of failure. If only I'd known then that failure was the essential ingredient to success, maybe I would have taken it a bit differently. However, at the time, it hurt a lot. And I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I had no idea what I was doing wrong because I would see other people live the life of their dreams, making a lot of money, a lot of impact, and a lot of freedom, which was one of my core values and desires in my life. And I spent a lot of time wondering what it was that was holding me back from being able to experience that freedom. You see, I had the courage, I had a lot of courage to step forward, to take big risks. My big risk cost me my house, a few relationships. My car was repossessed at one stage after my business failed. I went all in on the business, gave it everything that I could, used my passion, used my drive. However, once again, something held me back from achieving the success that I desired. So, after failing in business, losing my house, losing my car, another broken relationship, I start to ask, what's actually going on here? Why are other people able to achieve this certain amount of success in their lives? Whereas me, I can go up and down like a yo-yo. Yes, I can make thousands of dollars in a day. Literally, I would have days when I was in my sales career where I'd make thousands of dollars. Yet, at the age of 26, I found myself questioning life, wondering whether I wanted to be here, with another failed business, an end of a relationship, and over $100,000 owing in unsecured debt. What's a man to do? See, I'd had some big wins, but they weren't really big wins. They were big wins to make up for my big losses. And if you're anything like me right now, maybe you've had that as well. Maybe you've had some high highs and some very low lows. So with a lot of inner work and a lot of reflection and looking for what actually might help me save myself from myself, realizing at 26 years old that no one was going to save me, I started to look for different modalities. I started to look for the answer, the magic pill that I've been searching for to actually help me create the reality that I want to live. So right now I'm going to give you the best of that. For the last 33 years of age now, for the last 7 years, it wasn't just mindset trainings, books, YouTube videos, listening to Tony Robbins, Les Browns, and all those things that did help along the way, but still there was something stopping me from achieving the results that I desired in my life. So with this free PDF, I'm going to give you the best of the best for creating rapid change. Now that we are in 2021, if you're watching this in the future, maybe it's 2022, 2023, who cares? But this is what worked the most for me last year to turn my whole year around after yet another failed relationship, another breakup, another lull in my business as I went down and out. And I experienced that in my whole reality. You see, we all have a structure of reality, how we see the world. You right now have a way that you're viewing the world. You have beliefs that are creating your whole reality. And right now, your beliefs are being influenced by plenty of outside external circumstances and influences that are telling you what's happening in the world. And a lot of it's true and a lot of it's not true. It's based on what you're believing right now that's creating your reality. If you believe you are a beautiful human, if you're believing that you are deserving of love, if you're believing that you're deserving of abundance, guess what you will experience? All of those things. However, If you're believing that life is hard, that we live in a world where only the lucky ones succeed, or that it's okay for other people but not for me, then that's going to be your reality. So I'm going to talk to you today about beliefs. And again, this is a very simple process that if you commit to just one thing this year and you make it this one thing and you stay committed, understanding that commitment is what gets results. All the modalities that you could be using right now, if you were to commit to one thing that you believed was going to give you the lasting change that you desired and you went all in on that, it wouldn't actually matter what the modality was. So whether it's this or something else, it's all about your commitment, your ability to follow through, your ability to show up, and have that conviction in your heart that you're going to do whatever it takes to change the situation. And if you're here right now and you're not in enough pain to do whatever it takes to create a situation, I hope you enjoy the video anyway, enjoy another training, enjoy the PDF, add it to your list of resources that you've downloaded and that didn't do it for you because you weren't actually committed to following through. So, with that being said, I want to share with you this very simple technique, this very simple modality that literally creates results in every aspect of your life, and you can use it for anything, because we're working not just with your conscious mind, not just what you're seeing and receiving from what I'm saying to you right now, but from the unconscious part of you that basically is controlling your whole life. Because you see, when it comes to the unconscious and the conscious mind, a lot of us are trying to create results and change with our conscious part, what we're thinking, what we're in control of. The issue with that is that our unconscious mind is actually responsible for 95% of our outcomes. How do we know that? Well, if it was conscious, you would think about something you want and you'd go towards it and you would create it and it would just be nice and simple and you'd have everything that you desire right now. However, if that has not been your experience, there's a good chance that something else is going on. Studies show us that 95% of our thoughts are coming from our unconscious. Now, when we think about this, I'm just going to paint the picture so that you really understand this. Your heart right now is beating and you don't have to think about it. The blood is running through your body and you do not have to think about it. The trillions of cells in your body operate on autopilot, or so you think, because you don't have to consciously think about it. You are unconsciously keeping yourself alive. You're breathing, your heart's beating. Everything's operating in the order it's operating in unconsciously. Another example of this is when we go and then we drive our car. Now, if you've been driving for some time now, when you jump in your car, you put your seatbelt on, you don't even think about that. Bang, seatbelt on. Check the rear view mirror, just an automatic reaction. Changing gears, putting on blinkers, even things like opening doors, all unconscious behavior. You are not telling yourself with effort to do these things. So with that being said, if these unconscious behaviors are literally responsible for 95% of the things we do on a consistent basis, it's a fair chance to say that there might be some negative stuff in our unconscious mind that is creating the negative things in our experience, in our health, in our wealth, in our relationships, in our fulfillment, in our patterns of behavior. Your patterns of behavior. Until you do the inner work to really understand yourself and raise your level of awareness, we are creatures of habits. We hear humans are creatures of habits because it's true. Our unconscious mind does what's easy. It just wants to keep you alive and keep you going and do what's comfortable. And right now I'm going to ask you to do something that's uncomfortable, and that is commit to this practice if you resonate with it. So with that being said, that's enough of an intro, and I don't want to waste your time. If you're resonating with this, if you feel that there's something in this for you, if you're still watching this right now, then there's a pretty good chance that this is the message that you've been looking for, and the things that I'm going to give you today can create massive, dramatic, and expansive change in your reality. So with that being said, let's get into it. So number one, I'm talking about limiting beliefs. Now, when we talk about a belief, understand a belief is not just belief, it's actually a decision. Your beliefs, when you think about it, impact your decisions. If you believe something to be true, you're going to take action towards that. If you believe something is not true, you're not going to follow through. So, can you believe that this might be the thing right now that's actually going to create lasting change for you if you were to commit and follow through and stay true with that belief? And maybe even create a new belief today using this process that I'm going to teach you to help you with that. Our 6 core limiting beliefs. So with all the studies that have taken place, when it comes down to it, we have 6 core limiting beliefs for basically the human species. Now, you may not resonate with all of these. You may have a piece of all of these. They come from different places. The first one is a wound within the masculine. Okay, and I'm not going to go too much into that. We don't have time. I just want you to get this resource and use it. I'm not good enough. Whenever you thought about doing something and thought, well, I'm not good enough, and we might get into the comparing game of someone else is better, or look at them do that. It's okay for that person, but not for me. So this is a pretty broad one that everyone has, everyone I've worked with has, I've had it, and this is where I found that these limiting beliefs are actually impacting the results that I want to experience in my life. So this is why I do so much work with the unconscious mind, so much work with beliefs, rewiring them from limiting beliefs into empowering decisions. I'm not good enough. Now the next one is I'm not worthy. Are you worthy of the relationship you want? Or do you look at all your flaws? Are you worthy of the abundance that you want in your life, the money, the freedom? Or do you look at the things that you're doing behind closed doors maybe, or the things that you judge yourself on, or the things that you're in a critic, whether it's self-hate or self-judgment, right? All those things that impact our self-worth and push us down and tell us we're not good enough to have what we want. Back to the top one, I'm not worthy and I'm not good enough. They play hand in hand. Our next one, I don't belong. Depending on your experience here on earth, if you're resonating with this, if you found me right now, maybe you've had that experience where you didn't belong. You weren't one of the cool kids at school. I know that was my case. I didn't belong. I created a life of isolation for many years. It benefited me greatly because I got a lot of time to myself to go within, do the work, get to know who I was. That's what I teach these days. That's what I'm here for, to help others come to know, love and accept themselves. But if you feel like you didn't belong, if you've had experiences where you go to the party and you don't know whether you're meant to be there or how to fit in, or you need a drink or take whatever they're taking to be a part of that group, okay, that's I don't belong. And it's very broad and a lot of people feel that. That's been one of my big ones. I'm insignificant. Well, I don't matter anyway, okay? Truth is, you are the center of the universe. We all are, okay? The universe experience itself. I'm not going to go too much in that, but maybe you think that you're not significant enough. Maybe you compare yourself to the actors, to the musicians, the artists, the sports players, whatever it is, the people that you admire, and you compare and separate yourself from your greatness. It comes down to significance. Funny thing is one of our core human needs is to be significant. So if we're not significant yet we need it, it's a bit of a dilemma. So again, the process that I'm teaching you today can help you with both of those problems. The next one, I need to be perfect. I'm not even going to go into this one, right? Because this is what causes a lot of procrastination. I could do this, however, I'm comparing myself to how I think it needs to be done. Okay? You are perfectly imperfect, as I am. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful. Because we just need you to be you. Because it's the perfectly imperfect ones that just own it, that impact and shape the world. I'm not capable. Does that one resonate? You are capable. But if you believe you're not capable, you won't do it. Could be something as simple as, I'm not capable of losing weight. I'm not capable of cooking that meal. I'm not capable of taking the trash out. I'm not capable of keeping my house clean. Whatever it is, this one here, again, these are the 6 core limiting beliefs that are impacting us as a species. Now, whether you resonate with them all or just a couple of them, now we get to the fun part. So with this resource that you got, it's a process that you can use. First, I would highly recommend working through each of these, all right? Because I'm going to teach you how to turn your limiting beliefs, which are your decisions, into empowering beliefs, also known as empowering decisions. So you can actually start to believe things that build you up and create the reality and life that you want. Is that cool? Hope it is. So with that being said, we've now got our 6 core limiting beliefs. Now you can use this with money, you can use this with health. So I recommend doing this for this, use this process. If you commit to it, follow the process, do it for a month. It'll take you 2 minutes a day, 2 to 3 minutes a day, and it'll completely transform your whole reality. I promise you this, if you can simply commit and show up for yourself. And then maybe get onto your money or relationships or business, impact, what you love, whether it's art, music, whether you have no idea what you love and that's a limiting belief. We can work on that too. But start with these ones and then move into the next ones, because it's a process that literally transformed my whole world, and everyone that I've used this with, where I've really got to get into their unconscious patterns that are sabotaging everything that they want, it just changes so much. I really, if I had more time on this video, I would love to share with you the gravity of what this process, again, I'm giving you the best of the best of the process. If you were to use one process and one process only to change your life, this has been the thing. Using this and staying committed to embody a new personality, a new reality of who you really are and who you can be when you're actually connected to your heart and out of your head. We can talk more about that later. All right, so step one, let's get into the actual process. Okay, so step one is to identify your limiting beliefs. I'm giving you 6 here to start with. Okay, when you go through that PDF, you can actually just use that. If you've got other ones that are there, like I'm not deserving, or I'm not good with money, or I don't have enough money, I can't afford it. All these limiting beliefs that just ruin our whole life, because when we say it, when we speak it. Another one, I'm tired. I don't have the energy. I'm not creative. I don't deserve to be loved. Just putting it out there, right? Because these, I work with a lot of people and these have been mine as well, all right? So I'm sharing with you from a place of having to work through my own stuff so I can actually use this, learn it. This is my journey. This is what's changed me to be able to speak to you right now. Okay, so please take what I'm saying. If it's resonating, if you're feeling it in here, it's for you. This message is for you, and so is this practice. Identify your limiting beliefs. We need to look at our stuff. Probably use a different word if I wasn't putting this out to such a broad audience, but look at our stuff, right? Look at what's not working in our lives. Look at the limiting beliefs. Take ownership and get real. Another way of looking at it. Get real. Take the ownership. Step 2, create new empowering beliefs. So I'm not good enough could be, I'm amazing. I am glorious. I am good enough. I'm actually a good human, right? I am worthwhile of love. Right, whatever it is for you. We want to look at our new empowering beliefs, and these are specific for you, that when you say them, because I could give you like, I'm glorious, I'm amazing, I am so powerful, I am a money magnet, right? I am deserving of success, I'm deserving of love, I'm deserving of attracting and creating everything that my heart desires. There's different ones for you that will resonate with you. Take what you want from that, but create your own, because it needs to come from you. Okay, this isn't a one size fits all. The process works, one size fits all. Your empowering beliefs are yours. They're empowering decisions for you to command. These are commands. These are prayers, if you will. Depends on which spiritual path and woo-woo-ness you want to go down. But they're prayers, they're commands. You're speaking into reality what it is that you desire. Step 3. Use your state to rewire your unconscious mind. Okay, so the unconscious mind, this is how it works. Your unconscious mind is programmed mostly when you're a child. Between the ages of 0 to 7, you are a sponge. Okay, so whatever mummy and daddy says, Santa's real, I believe Santa's real, right? Whatever's said, whatever experience your parents are having, your teachers are having, right? Whatever community, environment you're growing up in, right? It's going to impact how you believe the world is and what you believe about yourself. So, don't know about your life, but between 0 and 7, my parents had their stuff. Right? There was stuff around money, there was stuff around surviving, not thriving. Okay? That's why I've done all this work. Because my unconscious mind from my childhood was destroying my dreams throughout my teenage and adult years. And I had no idea why. Because I knew I had what it took to create what I want. I could see the vision, I could feel it within me. But I was so disempowered by these patterns, these self-sabotaging and just all this stuff all these realities that I was creating. Without going into that too much, your unconscious stores memories from when you have a strong emotion with a belief. So it's like you asked mum for the candy bar at the supermarket, and mum said, no, you're a bad boy, or no, you're a bad girl, you don't deserve candy today, or no, we can't afford that. So now you've got a belief, either you're not deserving of love, you didn't do something, you need to deserve your chocolate, right? You need to deserve your candy bar. Or we don't have enough money. Oh, money? What do you mean? What's this money thing, right? You're 30 years old, you don't know about money, but now you can't have the candy, which is like, before, and you're just like, Mum, we're getting this candy, right? Like, I'm gonna have this chocolate bar. However, Mum's like, no, we can't afford that, it's not in the budget this week. What's a budget? What do you mean? And now we're forming beliefs around money. Hope this is starting to make sense, because essentially that's how it happens. Like, because you were in a heightened state as a child, you're like, yay, I'm gonna have my candy bar, my chocolate, whatever it is, right? And then bang, you've been shut down, you don't deserve it, or we can't afford it. So now you can't afford things and you've got limiting beliefs around money. So when you use this process, we want to use our state. So your state. I'm going to go into this real quick for you. There's different ways. So when you're using this process, it's about the state that you're in. Now I'm going to talk to you about basically commanding your new empowering decisions. So step 4 is look for evidence of a new decision. So first we want to create that new decision, and then we want to use our state, right? So our state, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. The first time I did this, right, I was doing push-ups and I was heightening my state, because it's your physiology, right? When you feel good, when you're in a heightened state, you start to program the unconscious mind. Same with when you're in a lower state, right? This is where depression and stuff like that is caused. Because I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling really low, and I'm believing all these negative beliefs, and then my whole reality becomes true because I'm really feeling it, right? The bigger our emotion, whether positive or negative, the bigger the impact on your unconscious mind, and the more it affects your belief system. So with this one, I was doing push-ups every single day. I'm the strongest version of myself. There may have been some swear words in there. I'm strong, I'm a leader, and I'm here to change the world, right? There were different things. So I'd do push-ups to rewire my unconscious mind. So I'd start to feel this. I'd get into a heightened state. I would have these new beliefs, and I would start my day like that. So I recommend starting your day like that. So one is to use exercise. Get your body moving, jump up and down, go for a run, do some push-ups, whatever it is for you, where you can actually just get into a heightened state and command them. One can be punching them. If you've seen like Tony Robbins and things like that, he does like commands where he does those sorts of things, or beat your chest. Mine have been the push-ups and this other one. So there's this process that you can use to actually, if you're a man watching this right now, raise your testosterone and step into there's actually studies show that you will raise your testosterone by 20% and step into a more empowered version of yourself. Now, if you're watching this right now, just start by pulling your shoulders back, right? Like pull your shoulders back, push your chest out, lift your chin up, right? You start to feel better. It's like Superman stuff. But literally, it's like the Superman pose, right? So we put our hands on our hips and you hold that. If you hold that for 2 minutes, right, you're raising your testosterone by 20%, and you're raising your energy levels. Okay, so when we're slouched over, when we're tired, when we're laying down, the more tired we are, the more tired we are. But if you get up, like imagine like if you're sitting there real tired, real worn out, you're laying on your couch, then all of a sudden fire alarms go off in your building and things like that, and then you're heightened, right? You're ready to go, you're up, you're awake, you change your physiology. It's changing your state. So when you're using this process, change your state. You can use it when you're standing there strong, 2 minutes like this, like just shoulders up, chest up. You actually raise your testosterone and you'll raise your energy levels. Another one, push-ups, go for a run, whatever's right for you, right? Sit-ups, squats, all those sorts of things, whatever it is for you. Have a try, find what actually feels good, where you, like at the start you might feel a bit silly. Find something where you feel empowered, right? Might be punching your fist, like whatever it is. No right or wrong. Whatever is unique and beautiful for you is unique and beautiful for you. So then we look for evidence of a new decision. So this part here, you'll see on the PDF, this is where you're starting to tell your unconscious, oh my God, that's true, right? So if you're using this one with money, it's like money flows to me easily and effortlessly on a continual basis, right? Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, I'm deserving of money. Great wealth comes to me. Money's everywhere. Money's everywhere. Money's just energy and it's everywhere. And I'm deserving of money, right? When you start to do that, I remember when I was doing this first, I found like 50 cents under the couch. I'm like, that's evidence. So I wrote down the evidence. Next, I found $10, right? Just $10 note on the ground. Bang, more evidence, right? And then you're going back and you're giving this because you're actually telling yourself, you're like, this is true, this is true, this is true. Whatever you believe to be true for you will be true for you. So try this out. Trust me, like just try it out. Don't try. You either do or do not do. Do this. Commit to the process, and literally, if this was the only thing that you did this year, it will turn everything around from the years before. I promise you. Promise you this. All right, so look for new evidence of a new decision. Document that stuff, put it down, because then you start to see it, and you're like, wow, this list is building up pretty good. I've had people that have started working with me when they've had like literally next to nothing in their account, and they've had tens of thousands of dollars. One of my guys, and if you've seen some of my content, I may have put this on certain channels. He was in massive debt. Within a year, he's got 50 grand saved in his account, right? So this works. Just trust it and follow the process. Step 5, use empowering questions to take action, align with a new belief. Okay, so when we ask, what action, all right? So this is an empowering question. What action, if this was true for me, if my new empowering belief was true for me, what action could I take right now to prove that that was true for me? So if it was that I'm not good enough, but I am good enough is my new belief, What positive action could I take right now? It's a positive, empowering question to prove that this belief is now true for me. Well, if I am good enough, you know what? I'm going to go and ask that girl out, right? I'm going to go and allow myself to have that meal tonight. If I'm good enough, I'm going to start my dream business. I'm going to do what it takes, right? I'm going to believe in myself for one, right? Believe in yourself could be an action. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to get out of my chair. I'm going to move out into the world a different person today. Embody new beliefs through the power of repetition. So depending on which study you want to look at, it's between 21 and 28 days that we rewire a new belief. Okay, so a habit, right? Understanding beliefs are patterns, they're habits, right? And this is the thing, we're living yesterday. 95% of you is living from yesterday's beliefs and patterns which started in childhood and all that stuff. Not going to go too much into this because I just want you to get into action. However, with that being said, you've got an embodiment practice. So let's go with 28 days, right? 28 days of rewiring your unconscious. Well, you're committed to this just for 2 to 3 minutes per day. Bang, you're just doing it. 2 to 3 minutes. If you don't have 2 to 3 minutes, you are not being very honest with yourself, one. But you're not also able to give to yourself. So give yourself 2 to 3 minutes a day. Do this process. Do it every day for 28 days. You're looking for new evidence every single day. You're taking the action. So now you're taking action. If you haven't been able to commit to things, if you haven't taken the action that you need to have all your dreams fulfilled, if maybe you want to be a millionaire, you're not there because you haven't taken the action, use this to prove that you're committed and to prove that you can show up, take action, follow through and get a result. Give it a go. 28 days. Be committed. Right? That is how you're going to do it. 28 days. Just 28 days. Tell somebody. Tell me. Tell a friend. Tell someone that can keep you accountable. Let them know. Confess it. Command it. Show up for 28 days and watch your limiting beliefs turn into your new empowered decisions and your whole reality begin to change. PDF's there for you to download. Nice and simple. If you've got any questions, there's a way on this page or whatever you're watching right now where you can find me. That being said, it's been an honor to share this with you. If you were to do one thing this year and commit, this would be the one thing that would completely transform everything for you and bring you back to the most empowered and loving and beautiful, abundant version of yourself. I'm David Berryman, and I hope to connect with you soon.